What's going on, guys? Now we have a new product from GCT. Now it's for the Mazda Apple CarPlay system, and we are going to be installing it on this car right here. Now, as you guys might know, the Mazdas do not come with Apple CarPlay, and if you are someone who wants Apple CarPlay, this is the way to go. Now, you guys don't want to go through the TikTok shop stuff because that stuff is just cheap and it falls apart really easy. They always make you want to buy new ones because they have updated versions and so forth. Now, this is an actual Apple CarPlay kit that this company makes, and they are 100% super reliable, hands down the most genuine people that I've talked to that own a brand. Now, they send out this kit. I'm going to get it installed. They will send you all of the instructions and stuff through a link as well as a physical copy. So if you are someone who wants to look at the instruction booklet, you can, or if you want to watch the video, you can. It shows way more detail and actual steps so you could visually see what you need to do. Now, let me show you guys what comes inside the box. So right here is the packaging. Now you will get this little tool right here for any like the upholstery stuff, but then inside the box you would have these wires right here, this flash drive for the software update, and then right here you would have that big piece right there, which this is that. And I do not want to unbox it yet so I don't get it dirty from it being outside yet. But here is the instructions, and you also get some zip ties. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. Now, we do have to do a software update first. Now, I have everything connected on a battery tender, so that way the car does not die, because this will be about like a 45 minute to an hour process depending on how long it takes. And so as you can see right here, we have that old one right here. Now this is what's going to be getting replaced, and then the screen should be all good for Apple CarPlay, and that right there, that's not going to get fixed, all the stuff. That's just a Mazda issue. But here we are, we're going to get this started, so let's get some progress going. All right, so I just went ahead and started the software update. Now you're going to want to make sure that every single light in the car is completely turned off, so that way nothing is draining the battery. Now for me, I installed a battery voltage, regulator to the wall, so that way it could make sure the car did not die, and so that way we had no issues during the software update, as this battery is a little bit on the older side and could kill the battery pretty quick. So there was a few steps to get to this point before I got here. Now basically in my situation, this is not a touch screen, so what I had to do was click the music button, the start button, and the volume button all at the same time, and it will bring up a white screen. Now in this white screen, you're going to have to rotate it to the number 3, and if you have a touchscreen, you can use the number 3 and click enter and clear the codes that are shown. But if you are not, and you cannot touch the screen, what you are going to need to do is go to that number 3, turn one time counterclockwise to number 2, and then you're going to want to reset from there. Then you're going to have to turn the car back off completely and exit the vehicle, lock it, and wait 3 to 5 minutes before starting this process. And then you're going to want to, when you come back in, turn the power accessory on again, just like so. Then you are going to want to go make sure you are in FM radio and you have your volume completely off so you don't have to listen to any music and it's not distracting. So then you're going to want to click the music, the start, and the volume button all down at the same time. Then you go to the number, you turn one time counterclockwise, and it will be in the number 99 position. You're going to want to click enter and start the update. It will have an option to go to the version 74, which you're going to want to do, but you need to make sure that you have this USB right here plugged into the bottom outlet. From there, you will get this screen after it goes black. If it goes black, do not worry at all, because that is totally normal. You just need to make sure that you press the brake or open and close the driver's door every 20 minutes, but I'm going to be doing it every 15 minutes, and I'm going to be doing both to ensure that the car does not turn off or die. So now we're going to wait until the software update is complete, then go from there. So what you're going to want to do for the hardware install part of this is you are going to want to pop this down right there, the glove box. Then you're going to want to pull up underneath and then pull evenly right here to make sure nothing breaks at all. Then you're going to want to disconnect this from the back of the air vent, and then right back there you have a 10mm bolt that you need to get undone. All right, now you're going to go ahead and turn off the car completely. You're going to click this once and then click this again, and then you're going to go ahead and unplug the USB, and then you're going to go ahead and get out of the car and lock it, and make sure you guys are far enough away from the car. So I'm going to put my keys up here on this toolbox, and then wait 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll be back to go ahead and check the install to make sure it did it. 3 minutes passed up. Now we're going to check it to make sure that it did update. Now this might take a little bit longer since we did reset the system, and so don't worry if it is slow and loads a little bit laggy right now. So as you can see right here, now we are completely updated to system 74. So now we are good to go ahead and start this. So I got the 10mm out right there, and now we are going to go ahead and try to pull this forward and start disconnecting more stuff. All right, so it's nighttime. I took a little bit of a break because I had to go do some stuff, but okay, so I went ahead since I wanted to get some of the stuff done, but here we are. This is plugged in, and we have the black cable and the brown cable plugged into the bottom of here, and it's ran all the way to through here, up to the glove box, and then up through here, up to the screen. Now it does work. I tested it. I will show you guys the final product once everything is in, but I wanted to show you guys to see like kind of the process and steps that you have to do. Now this is a 2016 Mazda, and you will probably have to take this apart to be able to get into the center console area, so just be aware of that. And then also we are almost done, so we're just going to button everything up and I'll show you guys. Okay, so now the Apple CarPlay is connected, and I'm going to start the car and show you guys how this works. So it's going to be loading like on the normal Mazda screen right there, and then it will look completely normal until you plug in your phone, and then this is just like an agreement that always pops up. So then you get here, and let me plug in a phone and show you. So all you got to do is plug in your phone, and then from there it will bring up the Apple CarPlay, and you use the little knob right there to actually turn it and actually see, like, select what you want. So you can select forward, backwards, like all those sort of things, and then you can still go over to your maps if you want, and if you want to go to, you know, your music, your call logs, all of that. And then you can go if you hit the home button, you can go back to home again, and then you can swipe over to the Mazda, and then it looks just like OEM. And then you can do that if you would like, or you can go here and select the Apple CarPlay to go back, and then you got the Apple CarPlay. This kit has worked absolutely amazing. There's been no flaws in it so far of me having this, and I have been in the car for a couple hours of driving it, actually a couple of days now, because this clip is a couple days after, and there's been no issues, no lag, no nothing. It's been great. It's been on it. It connects super quick and easy. You don't even have to unlock your phone sometimes. It just, you know, when you plug it in, it just connects right away and pulls up the Apple CarPlay, which is super nice and handy. And I cannot explain this enough. If you are someone that wants Apple CarPlay and doesn't want to have like the normal looking OEM screens from your car, go check them out, and you guys can see if this will fit for your car, or if they make one for your model. They make them for a couple of different brands and different types of, you know, models for those brands. So make sure you go check it out to see if your car is listed in there. And this just works amazing. So I have really nothing bad to say about it. The kit was super easy and anyone can do it. So make sure you go check them out. And here is another little clip. All right, so you can listen right here and you can hear all the clicks. This moves absolutely quick with the buttons. All right, so again, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to the company again for sending out this kit to try, and I am nonetheless absolutely very impressed. Pretty much anyone can do this with like any type of experience of doing cars. Their instructions in the video are very clear and they walk you through every single step. Now, I did not show every little detail, but just know once you do get the kit, you will. And this just gives you a general idea of how it is. It is very easy, doesn't take that long. It maybe took me about an hour and a half total of like doing the actual install, plus the software update was only about like 20-ish minutes for me. Obviously it depends like my like where you are, what car you have, exactly like, you know, the specifics, but they have more than just Mazdas. They have a lot of like other cars. Another big one that they do is a lot of the Holdens, or as known as the Chevy SS's, that, you know, Chevy produces. And that's another one of the kits. If you do go to their website, which will be in the link in the description, you will be able to see all of the vehicles that they do provide Apple CarPlay for, and you guys can check them out. Please go support them. They're on TikTok and at their actual store in the description below, and please show them love. They are really, really great. The owner of the company was super nice, helped me if I had any questions at all, just to make sure I was doing things correctly. And, you know, beyond impressed with their customer service and how well they are about everything and their attention to detail. And so thank you again so much.